always a special moment in the pregame ceremonies. The playing of the national anthem as the teams gear up for the tip. Rockets are out of Houston and into an interconference game. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Doris Burke courtside. Next to me, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr in the booth. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Jeremy Lin and Kevin Martin manning the back. Patterson plays down low with Ashik, and it's Parsons in at the three slot. And for Miami, Mario Chalmers and Dwayne Wade, the tandem in the backcourt. LeBron James is out there with Shane Battier, and it's Bosh in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, the Rockets were a team looking to rebuild a bit last season, Kevin, as is often the case with teams that are trying to put new players together in a new system. They struggled on the road. And a new coach, too, in Kevin McHale. That's right.
And Chalmers kicks to Wade with the lead pass, and finished off by LeBron.
Yeah, he's giving that breakaway rim a workout.
He powered it down and then hung around.
Strong finish, and he just wanted to sit there and savor it for a second.
Outside, Lin. There's the pick. Back to Patterson. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Looking at the Rockets on the road, their record, 12-21, and it was a big part of why they were on the outside. Unfortunately, Steve, looking in at playoff time.
Yeah, they played well enough at home, Kevin. A very competitive team in Houston. But to make the playoffs, you have to be able to go out away from your building and grind out some victories, and Houston just wasn't able to get enough of those. You know, and moving forward for Miami, they probably won't have a lot of cap room because of the big contracts of Bosh, Wade, and LeBron. But remember, it is easy to lure free agents to Miami because of the presence of those three, and then also the attraction of living in Miami.
Well, Steve, going back to Miami and them trying to lure talent down to South Beach, not only the city itself, but veterans line up to play, knowing, like we were talking about before, Clark, they have a chance to win a championship.
And that's the motivation, and as long as the big three are there, they won't have any trouble finding players who have been let go or in the last years of their contract who want to play for a winner. And those kind of players are willing to give up some cheese for some gold.
Here's Patterson following the basket by LeBron James. And Patterson kicks to Martin. 6 to shoot. Knocks down the jumper off the quick drop step.
Well, that's his shot. He is really proficient from that mid-range. Well, what you love about Kevin Martin is just the efficiency offensively. He makes a lot of three-pointers, and he gets to the line at will. He's quick, and he develops angles on his drives where he draws a lot of contact, forcing the officials to call fouls.
Now here's Lin after LeBron James's miss. Gathers. Lin's shot is off.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
And going back to what you said about Kevin Martin, Steve, 2 seasons ago, he was 3rd in the league in three-pointers made. And Clark, he was 1st in the league in free throws made. What in the world's happened to this guy?
Yeah, that's the most unusual combination you'll see statistically, I think, Kevin. You don't get fouled much when you're shooting from the outside, but he has a tremendous knack when he's healthy and at his best for getting into the paint and drawing fouls, too. The Rockets, like a number of teams from the West, were able to hold their own and post a good record against the East last season. It wasn't the mark they needed to sneak into the postseason, but they had to have liked how they played against the East.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, the record for the Rockets against the East, Clark, you're right on the money, 11-7. A solid mark for them, and about what they did the year before, too. Now, Steve, they got to improve on that.
Well, they've got to improve somewhere, somehow, because, you know, they continually end up in that 9th or 10th spot in the West. They're good enough to compete, but just not quite good enough to get over the hump. So adding some extra wins versus the East this year would definitely help.
Now here's Lin. Back to Patterson. The basket good off the assist from Lin.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
He'd have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Chalmers, defended by Lynn. Wade kicks to Battier. Shoots over Patterson. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And guys, you know the story. Eric Spoelstra, coach of the Heat, a guy who worked his way from the ground up with this organization. I mean, from video coordinator to advanced scout, assistant coach, then director of scouting. Over 13 years, he finally becomes the head coach and has shown himself to be very much a good fit for that position.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I caught up with Eric Spoelstra. Offensively, he knows their shots are going to be challenged inside, going up against a team with some shot blocking in the middle. He said they have to keep the ball moving, and he's had them practicing their in-between shots as well. Guys, those shots can be tricky, but very effective when a shot blocker is around. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, and they know how tough a task it's going to be to take on this defense. They've got to focus on that aspect right away.
Well, that's the priority in the scouting report. You face a team this good defensively, you're thinking about how we need to attack it. And then it's a matter of executing once you get out there.
Back to Lynn. Throws it up high. A Sheik can't hit.
And, you know, going back to Eric Spoelstra, what a job he's done over the last couple of years with all of that pressure after the acquisition of LeBron James. So much scrutiny and criticism, but he handled it beautifully. He got his team.
Oh, how about that basketball, man? Wow. Went for the two-hand throw down there. Needed safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yep. No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. LeBron gets the screen from Bosch. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. A fader. And it's Lynn with the rebound.
Typically, he's pretty dependable on those open jump shots.
Here's Martin. And Patterson kicks to Ashik. Outside, Lynn. Now the dish to Patterson. He's up against Bosch. Goes back up. Patterson can't get it to go. The Heat with the lead. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Inside to Bosch. Hammers it home.
And you really don't want to give up too many dunks like that. One is too many.
Oh, yeah. No, certainly you're right. You know, that's making it way too easy for sure.
Yeah, major breakdown defensively. They've got to tighten things up here.
Lynn kicks to Martin. Over Wade. And there's Martin. That's good on the assist by Lynn. Martin's got his second bucket.
You just can't let him get that close to the hoop.
LeBron dishes to Battier. Back to LeBron. Fires from 14. And he knocks down the jumper. LeBron's now got 6.
Another nice move from a player we've basically come to expect nothing less from.
Martin, the pass to Lynn. Back to Martin. Over Wade. And Kevin Martin, the bucket on the assist by Lynn. 6 points for Martin. He'd have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. Oh, look out.
Call it hang time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You gotta just shake your head on that one.
And now the first timeout call here for the Rockets. Rockets trailed by 4. Kicks it to Parsons. Over LeBron. Again, the Rockets score.
You love for any trip down the floor to end with a shot like that.
The Heat have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Chalmers with it, and it's Lynn picking him up. Wade, right side. Anderson on him. Outside Bosch. Back to Wade. 5 to shoot. And blocked. And he lays it straight in.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Now they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Battier right side. He dishes it to Wade. Gives him the lead pass. Drops it in from 11 feet. And it's a 6-point Heat lead.
Boy, a fast start here. Their offense has been very impressive.
Yeah, they're making their own luck, Clark, really playing with a purpose offensively.
Here's Parsons. The basket good off the assist from Lynn.
Well, Parsons was really a surprise coming out of Florida. Had a big impact his rookie season with Houston. Very reliable in a lot of areas. Can handle the ball, can knock down a long-range shot, and a better defender than you think as well.
That is what makes Parsons such an easy guy to send down to the floor. You know exactly what he's going to give you on offense and is very consistent.
Both sides really coming out of the gate firing here.
Guys, they look like they were raring to go in this one. A lot of offense early on.
Patterson dishes to Parsons. Patterson a screen on LeBron. Tries from 10. Parsons' shot is off.
And LeBron last year, I thought, had the best season of his career. Shot 53%, by far a career high. And I think it started with him really making a commitment to go inside and to avoid those bailout three-point shots.
Bosch can't get it to go.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Back to Martin. From outside the arc. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 6 assists in the game. The Heat leading by 3. And for LeBron, with his strength and explosiveness, no question he has the ability to overpower defenders in the paint. We see it, Clark, all the time.
Yeah, and I like the fact that he's really been less enamored with the three-point shot. He's really concentrated and been intentional about getting that ball in the two-point territory, working on his post-up game, and really putting pressure on defenders that make him unguardable.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Bosch. Lewis comes in for Shane Battier. Ray Allen is checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Lewis sets the pick for Allen. Here's Haslem. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time. Well, I think the time has passed when the Heat were kind of the villains of the NBA. It seemed like that role maybe went over to Dwight Howard a year ago with all of his individual issues. But, you know, LeBron and Bosch, Wade, they're never going to be, you know, the lovable underdog. But I think things have settled down there, and people have at least accepted them for who they are now.
Douglas kicks to Lamb over Allen, and Allen with the block. And that one's good. And the Heat lead by 7.
He's a guy that'll take it right into the teeth of the defense. A lot of his points come from inside of 5 feet.
Time certainly tends to heal a lot, and there definitely has been less villainization, as you were talking about, Steve, to coin a term, for the Miami Heat since they, you know, Clark signed the big 3. I think people now look at him in more basketball terms than anything else.
Yeah, I like the creativity of that word, Kevin, but you know what? Time is one thing, but I'll tell you something else. They should send a fruit basket to Dwight Howard for helping take some of the scrutiny off of them. There are always going to be villains in the NBA, but they come and go, and the Heat seem to have served their time, at least in my opinion.
He has taken over this game, guys. I don't know what else you can say about him.
They set the screen. Now Delfino, wide, a screen on LeBron. Here's Delfino. Here's Lamb. And that one's good. Lamb's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, saw just a little bit of daylight, went right to the rim.
And Cole kicks to Haslem. He kicks it to LeBron. He feeds it to Allen. Pass to Lewis. Shoots over White. And there's another one for the Heat.
Attacking the paint again and again.
You know, they're getting whatever they want. I mean, 8 straight points coming inside.
Lewis covering. White the pass to Delfino. There's the pass to White. Dishes it to Moniunas. That's good.
And you can see the strategy has been to take the ball inside here.
That's where you get high percentage looks and draw fouls, Steve, and it's a good way to play.
LeBron dishes to Allen. Back to LeBron. Goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Not stop. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
They've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Well, I like the way they've set the tone. You know, they're going to have to continue to work at it, but rebounds will be key in this game, no question about it.
Haslem a screen. Here's Cole. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's now got 4 assists in the game.
Only got a half step on his man, but that's all he needed when he ran off the pick. And as a result, able to finish the layup. That's nicely done.
And that one falls for Cole. 7 seconds left in the first quarter. 3-pointer, Martin, and another 3 for Houston. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Heat lead by 7. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. Heat out front, up 7.
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
So with LeBron on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Haslem and Bosch are up front. Mario Chalmers in the electric D-Way at the guard. And it's Allen in at the small forward. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sidelines.
Well, for Jeremy Lin last season, an unprecedented breakthrough for a player who couldn't even get a Division I scholarship offer going into college. He said, quote, "I couldn't even get some D3 schools to look at me. That used to bother me a lot. But now as I'm getting older, I don't worry about it. It's not about proving things to other people anymore for me. It's about playing the right way." But that outsider status made him hungry. He said, "When I'm on the court, I try to play with all my emotion and all my heart. I don't really try to hold too much back." Gentlemen?
Infectious enthusiasm, Doris. You see it every time he steps on the floor.
He did it his way, which is what I respect, and he really took the league by storm.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. And stolen by Patterson. And there's the feed to Delfino. He passes it to Lin. Throws up the alley-oop. A Sheik. Outside for Martin. It's off his leg. And it's whistled a kick. And the Heat with some changes. Rashard Lewis. He's checked in for Haslem. LeBron comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Miami on defense. They've led by as much as 10. Wide, a screen on Allen. Here's Lamb. And Allen with the block. And the basket by Moniunas. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Cole. To the paint. LeBron. No good.
Well, you look at the Rockets head coach Kevin McHale in just his second full season as an NBA coach. Remember, he spent a couple of years as an interim coach for the Timberwolves when he was the GM. But really did a great job with that Houston club last season.
LeBron left side. Back to Lewis. Passes to Allen. And good on the basket. Booking. Allen's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
And you mentioned McHale's tenure with Minnesota. 13 years as the general manager of the Timberwolves. Yet Steve unable to really build a consistent winner around the great pick of Kevin Garnett.
Well, they had it going for a while, Kevin, when they had Marbury and Garnett. But then Marbury forced his way out with the trade. And Minnesota had a couple of good seasons after that. But then they really went in the tank. And I think it was a difficult time for McHale. And I think a lot of people questioned whether he'd be a good NBA coach, but to me, it looks like he is a pretty solid one. He's been around the game forever, but he's got a good feel for his players, puts them in a position to succeed.
Here's the screen. Douglas for three. Miami grabs the miss. Allen kicks to LeBron. A step-back shot here. And another basket for Miami.
Boy, he's been so cool out there, composed, never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
Well, you know the Heat are a dominant team, but they were absolutely phenomenal at home. They completely destroyed their opponents on their home court in South Beach last year.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Feeds to Allen. Allen off a pick from Bosch. The drive by Allen. Lewis passes to LeBron. Lewis sets the pick for LeBron. Cole defended by Douglas. 4 on the clock. With 1 on the clock. And again, LeBron James. LeBron's now got 4 points in the quarter. Yeah, not a lot of happy visits to South Beach for visiting teams. The Heat, Clark, a devastatingly good 28-5 in their arena.
That was the best home record in the East and tied, Kevin, for the best overall home record in the league with the San Antonio Spurs. They really didn't mess around when they played at home. They were lethal in South Beach.
And Cole kicks to Allen. They set the pick. It's LeBron with the drive. It's stolen. Douglas with it. He has 6. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Bosch. Bosch has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He may want to start spreading the ball around a little bit. His shot is off right now.
And now 6 of their last 10 points from mid-range.
Yeah, jump shot really serving these guys pretty well. Well, you talk about Chris Bosch's fit alongside LeBron and Wade. It's been a good one. He can spread the floor with his jump shooting, pretty good rebounder, and just a nice threat to have when those two guys on the wing are getting double-teamed all the time.
Textbook offensive rebounding right there. I love that. Those putbacks are buckets any team loves to get.
And the Heat call time here.
And, you know, looking at Chris Bosch, guys, I think those complimentary plays should be his focus on this team. You know, defensive rebounding, playing good defense away from his man, knocking down the open jumper, stretching the defense a little bit. I mean, great teams really require that you accept a more defined role across the board. And that's the price you have to pay for winning, and he's a guy that's shown the ability to do that.
And here's Wade. 8 points for him. Rejected by Martin. They recover it. And Chris Bosch with the slam. Rockets trailed by 8. Now Delfino. Outside, Lynn. Six on the shot clock. Eunice. Baseline J on the way. Wade up top, covered by Martin. Good work defensively by Martin.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And they're struggling a little bit on the glass. They've got to pick up their physical play in the paint.
Yeah, it's about being tougher and more physical, just as you said, Steve. If they can do that better, they've got a chance to come back.
The kick out to LeBron. Inside to Bosch. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. And some changes here for the Heat. Haslam comes in for Chris Bosch. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. And then for Houston, a Sheik comes in for Monty Eunice. And it's Patterson in for White. Here's Wade off the inbound. 1 on the clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, for many years, he was really the cornerstone player as far as the culture of the Miami Heat. You know, he's a hard-working, tough, defensive-minded guy. And he's a guy you really want on your team because of his ability to fight and scrap and claw for 48 minutes.
Not to mention a great teammate, Steve. UD, a guy who will set the tone in the locker room and sacrifice on the floor for the greater good. That's good from Haslam.
Well, the Rockets just missed being part of the playoffs. Based on the record, the 9th seed in the West. That doesn't get you anything but a number next to your name, really, and good luck for next year. They were in it, though, right until the end.
The Heat making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Going back to the Rockets, only 2 games back of Utah for that 8th and final conference playoff position. Steve, looked like they just kind of ran out of gas near the end of the year.
Well, they were right there down the stretch, Kevin, but Utah was a little bit stronger. I think injuries may have played a little bit of a factor as well for Houston, but this is a team that you expect to be in the mix year after year.
That is good. Lynn's got his first points in this one. Chalmers dishes to LeBron. The dish to Haslam. Back to LeBron. Haslam a screen. LeBron passes to Chalmers. Over a Sheik. Here's Battier. The shot no good. And it's Houston the other way. Kicks to Patterson. He dishes it to Delfino. Back to Patterson. He's guarded by Battier. It's deflected.
And are they ever working inside? Good job on the glass.
Excellent job on the glass, Steve. I agree. I mean, they're battling in there. They're fighting, they're scrapping, they're clawing, and they're getting the job done.
Well, after that strong start to this game, he's really picked it up here in the second.
A Sheik. He's guarded by Haslam. It's stolen by Haslam. Chalmers against Lynn. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And it's a 12-point Heat lead.
And he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Gentlemen, the Heat last season decided to revamp their offensive strategy, playing a more free-flowing style to try to take better advantage of their quickness and playmaking ability. Chris Bosh said, we're not just going to go out there and play pickup, but we are going to get into our spacing, make the right cuts, read each other, and just go out there and play. LeBron James said, it suits our personnel. It's been good for us to just read and react. No matter if it's a make or a miss, we want to get the ball up the floor as fast as possible. Kevin?
Well, Doris, when you've got that kind of talent and IQ, playing on instinct can certainly be effective. Rashard Lewis, he's checked in for Miami. Haslam can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 12. Martin kicks to Delfino. He kicks it to a Sheik. He feeds it to Lynn. Makes the alley-oop pass.
Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
You can't top that. I love the alley-oop play. So much fun to watch.
Now, here's Chalmers. Allen outside. Over Martin. Again, the miss by the Heat. Rockets shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Here's Delfino. The pass to a Sheik. Pocket 6. Here's Lynn. He sinks the 11-footer. The Heat leading by 8. Allen kicks to Chalmers. Back to Allen. Pass to Lewis.
Inside 2 minutes.
And the shot is good. Lewis has got his second basket.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
And the shot is good. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Steve enjoys that too.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. I mean, a 5-man team game where the ball moves. There's so much unselfish play. It's beautiful to watch. Seems to be getting better as this game goes on.
Lynn with it. Martin for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Lewis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Unloads from 9. Again, the Heat good for 2.
This is not what they wanted to let happen. They're just getting pounded inside.
Yeah, they are, Steve. And I mean, they're just not making life difficult at all for scores in the paint. I mean, that's an area that you've got to protect with force and aggressiveness, and we haven't seen it.
Patty outside. Back to Allen. Dishes it to Chalmers. Shot clock at 6. Haslem. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Lynn dishes to Martin. Back to Lynn. The feed now to a Sheik. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
First one falls for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And both free throws good for a Sheik. And here's Wade. He's got 8. Alley-oop pass. Bosh. The shot is off.
That would have been a nice alley-oop there.
Well, you got to love the effort, though. Almost showtime.
And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Heat. They lead by 11.
52.
And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Happy Tuesday to all of you from us at 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Out in American Airlines Arena, it's the Heat in front against the Rockets. And look at all those rejections, erasing easy looks, just making it hard around the rim. Through 2 quarters, LeBron in complete control. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. On the other side, the Rockets haven't been terrific. They've been getting roundly outplayed up to this point, and they'll need a bounce-back effort to make up for it in the second half. A trying first half for Jeremy Lamb. Another ragged shooting game for him. He's had more than a few lately. And that'll be it for us here. Thanks so much for joining me. Now it's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. We hope to see you around next time.
Welcome back as we take a look at this soaring view of the downtown Miami skyline.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He has 20 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Well, he's anticipated the ball movement down low. He's finding angles, and that's why he's able to go up there and really control that glass area with his shot blocks.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Kevin Martin and Chandler Parsons at the 2 and 3. Patterson plays down low with the Sheik, and it's Lynn in at the 1. Battier kicks to Chalmers. It's back to Battier. He passes to LeBron. The jump hook. That is good. LeBron's now got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Heat.
Well, you can imagine when you have the players the Heat have and LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, who can finish at the rim like those guys do, you're going to have a very high shooting percentage, or at least you should, and that was definitely the case for them.
The Heat leading by 11. Wade outside. Back to Bosch. Left side, Bosch. Bosch can't get that one to fall. Back to what you said, Clark. The Heat shot a little bit worse as a team last year than the year before, but still finished in the top 5 in the league. So Steve's still an offensive power.
Yeah, mainly because of the talents of LeBron and Wade. That opens up a lot of three-point looks for their teammates. And, of course, in transition, that's a devastating duo. It's almost an automatic dunk when they make a steal or get a long rebound.
Back to Wade. Bosch, a screen on Martin. A drive by Wade. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
And he's a go-to scorer for a reason, Kevin. He's aggressive, can adapt to what the defense is doing. You can put your best defender on him. It doesn't matter. Wade will still find ways to get to the basket.
Yeah, he's able to make acrobatic finishes and shots that you just can't believe he does. I mean, it takes your breath away, Steve. It's a hard shot and an impossible shot for most players, but for him, it almost seems par for the course.
The Heat leading by 11.
Well, guys, I thought acquiring Shane Battier was a terrific move for the Miami Heat, both on and off the court. On the court, he's a great shooter and a smart defender. Makes that corner three to space the floor. And then in the locker room, with his maturity and his leadership and his ability to handle the media, a really good role for Battier.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Stevie touched on the presence of Shane Battier, a very cerebral player. Enjoys that part of the game. He did at Duke. He does in the NBA. He said he looks at basketball, Clark, as a sort of chess match.
And I think that's been his edge, Kevin, his approach, his mental approach to how he sees and thinks the game.
Here's Lynn. Rebound by the Heat. Chalmers has got his third rebound tonight. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Here's LeBron. There's the block. And it's Miami with another.
A nice little rebounding advantage they're enjoying here.
Yeah, and that's the reason they've got this big lead. I mean, they're dominating the glass and really being tougher than their opponent.
There's the pick. Lynn with it, and Bosch picks him up defensively. Shot's good by a Sheik.
I like his composure there under pressure as he was being double teamed. Terrific pass.
And the Heat call time here.
Well, Houston had an interesting season a year ago, Kevin, because remember they made that trade for Pau Gasol before the season started that was rescinded by the NBA. And then Kevin McHale, who was the first-year coach for the Rockets, he had to mend fences with the guys who were supposed to be involved in that deal, and he obviously did a nice job because the Rockets went on to have an excellent season.
The Heat leading by 13, running out of time. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Rockets trailed by 13. And Houston for so long has had so many great centers, Steve. You're talking about that, you know, post players from Akeem Olajuwon to Yao Ming. They still seem, though, Clark, to be looking for that big man.
Well, the most important thing, Kevin, is that under Kevin McHale, their new coach, they can keep getting better as a team while they try to find that big man to bring in. This is, to me, what keeps this team fun to watch.
Chalmers passes to Battier. Passes it to LeBron. Another miss by LeBron. Rockets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Lynn. LeBron drives in. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. 24 points for LeBron.
You know, when he plays well, generally the team does too, and it's exactly what we're seeing here today.
Outside, Martin. Back to Lynn. Off the drop step. Here's a Sheik. The second chance bucket is good. A Sheik's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that's what he does. He's going to fight and battle on the offensive glass all night.
Wade dishes to Chalmers. Bobs the alley-oop pass, and then Wade slams it in.
I'm not sure if any play is going to top that one.
Maybe the only play that could beat it is another alley-oop jam.
Yep. Even then, it'd be hard to execute it any better than that one.
Martin kicks to Lynn. Feeds it to a Sheik. There's the dish to Parsons. The three, and that one's good. Parsons got 7 points in the game.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
The Heat leading by 12. Battier, the pass to Chalmers. And it's a Sheik with the rebound. A Sheik's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Lynn against Bosch. Lynn's shot is off.
He can't find anything out there, and his misses are really hurting this team.
LeBron outside. Kicks it to Wade. He dishes it to Battier. Lock at 6. Blocked. Battier against Lynn. He feeds it to Martin. Here's a Sheik. Rebounded by Battier. He'd have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Wade. Here's Bosch. Stuffs it through.
You know, that kind of play will get you some brownie points with your coach, no doubt.
And with your fans too, Clark. Got a big dunk like that.
And even with the announcer.
Oh, yeah!
We all love it.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, you look at Chris Bosh, and last year he put together another solid season with Miami, averaged about 18 points and 8 boards. Not the numbers that he had when he was in Toronto, but of course he didn't have all that talent around him. And he's fit in quite well with Wade and LeBron.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Bosch. Lewis comes in for Shane Battier. Ray Allen is checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Here's Cole. He has 5. And for Bosh Clark, you know, the dip in his numbers that he said himself he's wanted to correct is to get his rebounding number.
Oh! Hammer time! Hammer time! That's taking it strong right there.
Yeah, finishing in style.
You can feel a sense of anticipation when he heads for the hoop because that's what he can do.
And that last replay courtesy of Sprite. Rockets trailed by 14. Now Delfino. Douglas with a screen on LeBron. Here's Delfino, covered by LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. The shot's good from Douglas. Douglas has got 9. The Heat leading by 11. Haslam a screen, and they double him up with LeBron. Lewis kicks to Cole. Plenty of space. And the foul called on Rashard Lewis. That's foul number 2 for him.
Obviously, he's not afraid of physical play, but he still needs to play in control.
And he definitely wasn't in control that time. Everybody in the building knew it was an over-the-back call.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Miami. Chalmers comes in for Norris Cole. Rockets trailed by 11. Douglas kicks to Moniunas. Over Haslam. Moniunas' shot is off.
Gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Wade outside. Over Douglas. Again, the Heat good for 2.
You know, really doing a good job of getting into the teeth of that defense here.
Yeah, they're having their way in the paint right now, guys. That's 6 of their last 10 points coming inside the lane.
He kicks to White. The pass to Lamb. Over Wade. Lamb, good. Lamb's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
Chalmers against Douglas. Here's Wade. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, one of the things the Heat did a nice job of last year was preserving Dwayne Wade's energy by cutting down his minutes. In fact, a career low during the regular season for him. Second lowest scoring output of his career as well, but of course had a lot of help with LeBron James and Chris Bosh. More than willing to put his own personal numbers aside in search of the championship.
First free throw is good. And you mentioned Dwayne Wade's career low in minutes. LeBron also played a career low in minutes. Chris Bosh, the second least to his rookie season. But there was a method to this. They wanted those guys rested in a very compacted season.
No question about it, Kevin, and that was pretty universal across the board when you looked at teams that were of championship caliber, trying to make sure they use the bench more effectively. And I hope it plays out going forward even in a more normal season, because there are a lot of good players, and it does save your star players a little bit to be at their best, hopefully, when the games mean the most, late and in the playoffs.
Wide, a screen on Allen. Here's Delfino. Again, the Rockets score.
What a great example of how to set a good pick. He really allowed his man a wide open look.
And Chalmers kicks to Bosh. Back to Chalmers. Defended by Lynn. Chalmers off the pick from LeBron. Tipped. Bosh dishes to Wade. And he converts the layup. Wade's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Tell you what, whether there's an opening or not, this guy's going to attack the rim regardless.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Dwayne Wade, a player who's dealt with some injuries over the years. Matter of fact, he deals with bad migraines from time to time. He actually looked into playing with tinted goggles to help with that, but the league wouldn't allow it. He said it would prevent defenders from seeing his eyes.
For the Rockets, a Sheik comes in for White, and Chandler Parsons in for Carlos Delfino. Here's Lynn. There's the screen. Dishes it to Parsons. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Parsons got 9. And going back to Wade and those migraines you were talking about, Clark, the league said he couldn't wear tinted goggles. Might have been a stylish look, but Steve, they said that it was an unfair advantage.
That was a surprising ruling, Kevin. I'm not sure where the advantage would come. I guess because you can't see his eyes, then that it would put the defender at a disadvantage. But still, you'd think they would give the guy a break with migraine headaches.
Chalmers against Land, and he's finally able to knock one down. 6 points for him.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. Shoots over Patterson. And another basket for Miami.
And right now, he can do no wrong. Everything's working for him this quarter.
Now here's Lynn. He's got 6. 1:07 left to play in the third. Parsons. That 3 off the mark.
A humongous lead for him here. I mean, they've really done a good job of controlling the flow of the game.
Yeah, and I think it's the rebounding they have to thank for that, Clark, because it's really set the tone in this contest.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Lamb. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Lamb's got 6 in the quarter.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Wade kicks to LeBron. Pass to Chalmers. Defended by Lynn. Patterson bringing the double. The feed to Wade. 6 to shoot. Here's Bosch. And finished off by LeBron.
Boy, that's hard-nosed sandpaper basketball right there. A lot of little friction in there.
Oh, I love the way you described that. Wasn't it? Nobody was going to get to the rim but him.
Oh, man, with the violent putback to finish it off.
Lamb passes to Lynn. Patterson setting the pick for Lynn. Here's a sheet. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. A sheet's got 10 points.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat lead by 11. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Who's at the Sprite uncontainable game in this one? Well, let's go to Doris Burke.
Hey guys, well, it was the stretch by the Heat that garners the uncontainable game today. It was an extremely stingy defense in the second period that got them this lead. Coach has to be pleased with their effort and wants to see more of it to close the game.
Doris, thanks, and I think we can all agree the whole flow to their game sort of gelled at that point, don't you think, Steve?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Kevin. Everything came together for them all at once. I mean, their shots started dropping one after another at one end, and then at the other end, they went into lockdown mode defensively.
Yeah, it was truly a good stretch for them, Steve. All they needed were a few things to kind of click into place, and then they were rolling on all cylinders.
So with Bosch on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. At the 2 and 3, the superstar duo of D. Wade and LeBron James. Haslam's out there with Shane Battier, and it's Cole in at point guard. White dishes to Lynn. That one goes. Count it.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
From 10 feet out, good, he hits the jump shot. Lynn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just an unbelievable display of offense here today.
Well, it seems like every shot that goes up finds its way to the hoop. I mean, every player is sharp and on target.
And Cole kicks to LeBron. Pass to Cole. Baseline jumper. No luck. The Rockets go the other way with it. Outside, Lynn. He passes to White.
Oh, man, what a play. defense caught dozing off that time.
Well, those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Sprite. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Ooh, they better hustle. LeBron passes to Battier. Battier with a screen on Lynn. And Cole kicks to Battier. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Heat lead by 9.
Great pick, and that gave him enough space to get to the hoop and finish.
Feeds to Martin. Shoots the 3. They get the rebound. The dish now to Delfino. Kicks to Lynn. He dishes it to Delfino. Jams it with authority.
Little added hang time right there.
Yeah, letting himself down easy, it looks like.
Soft landing.
Yeah, a little better for the knees, so I don't blame him.
Cole dishes to Wade. It's a look. Good on the shot. Wade's got 22.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Now Delfino. Outside Martin. Another miss by Martin. LeBron outside. Backs down. He feeds it to Cole. Back to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Blocked. And here we go. Fast break. Lynn's got it. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, Jeremy Lin in this one, he's got 10 points and a dozen assists.
At the line for the Rockets.
You know, for so long and so many years, the Rockets have been built around the dominant center, Kevin, and haven't been a run and gun team, an up-tempo team. But last year under new coach Kevin McHale, they ramped up the pace quite a bit.
And he makes the first. Back to the Rockets, you see their roster, and they are so athletic. So to make the most of it, they wanted to catch teams in transition a bit more. I thought it was a pretty good way of attacking teams there, Steve.
Yeah, I like what Kevin McHale did a year ago. You know, they finished 3rd in the league in field goals attempted. And so they really tried to attack and force teams to respond to that transition offense. And that's what you have to do, especially when you don't have great half-court superstar players who can take over a game.
He's got to push it. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. And he slams it in one-handed.
Well, they're pulling closer every possession, really playing well now.
Well, they've ratcheted it up a bit here. I mean, expending a lot of energy, but you know what? They're back in it now.
Well, Heat leading by 5. LeBron outside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Lynn against down. Lynn's shot is off.
This game very well could come down to a few possessions, and if that's the case, rebounding could play large.
Yeah, in a close game like this one, securing the ball is so vital.
Here's Bosch. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Rockets trailed by 7. Lynn with it. Tries for the alley-oop. It's tipped. And it's rejected. And here is Chalmers. Bosch up on top. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Chalmers has got 6 assists in the game.
Smart. He's just using his size advantage to get his shot off.
And a sweet stroke, too, you might add.
Patterson passes to Parsons. Kevin Martin on the wing. Left side, Martin. And Patterson kicks to Lynn. Lynn gets a screen from Patterson. Lynn dishes to Patterson. A chic, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
ammonia strong finish right there, partner. You hear me? That was ammonia strong.
Yeah, ripped it down with two hands.
That's about as high percentage as you can get.
The Heat leading by 7. Now, here's Chalmers. Wade passes to LeBron. Wade sets the pick for LeBron. Wash kicks to Wade. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Boy, taking it hard to the rack. Big throw there.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play. You know, when you look at Miami last season, what they tried to do was get away from shooting all the three-point shots and get LeBron and Wade down near the block. And I thought that was important. The shot selection was much better. They got out and ran a lot more, and they used that athleticism to their advantage.
Heat have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Rejected by Martin. Here's Parsons. He's covered by Bosch. And stolen by LeBron. Wade drives in. That's blocked. Leaps for it. He kicks it to Chalmers. Back to Wade. Second chance shot. And the jumper is on the mark. Wade's got 27.
Hey, what I like the mid-range game I'm seeing from these guys. I mean, they're making a living at it.
Yeah, a little bit of a lost art these days in the NBA, but we're seeing some really efficient offense in that area from these guys.
That's good. Look at the athletes in Miami, and they can be just downright scary if they're getting up and down the court on you. I mean, you really just got to duck.
You know what, Kevin? It's not just guys that can run. It's guys that can finish and run with Wade and LeBron. And those two, in and of themselves, I mean, they're a dynamic duo. I think playing the way they did last year, let them take full advantage of their personnel. They actually thrive being in the open court, and that's really how they tried to play most of the time.
Here's Lynn. Outside Martin. From the arc. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. 20 points for Martin.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
LeBron outside. Chalmers. Back to LeBron. Inside to Bosch. Tries from 10. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's now got his 7th assist in the game. Rockets trailed by 8. Here's Lynn. And there's the pass to Martin. Over Wade. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Boy, they're doing a nice job, a really good job of getting second chances here. And that's a great way to cut into that lead. I mean, nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than putback. He's been hot here in the fourth, contributing big at the right time.
But he's basically hitting everything he's throwing up there. 4 for 4 shooting here in the quarter.
A very rough quarter for him as not much is falling right now.
LeBron dishes to Wade. Defended by Lynn. Dishes to Bosch. Shoots over Patterson. Rockets with the rebound. Martin's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Lynn the pass to Martin. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. 22 points for Martin.
That's right where they wanted to go with the ball on that possession.
And the Heat call time here.
Well, one of the great stories that we've ever seen in the NBA took place a year ago. Linsanity, they called it. The emergence of Jeremy Lin as the Knicks point guard. Pretty amazing. He had been cut several times, but the Knicks thrust him into that starting role, and he just took off with it.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He wants them to pick it up and really go for it right now, saying, no time like the present, gentlemen. Embrace it. Embrace the spotlight, and let's make it happen. Kevin, let's see what they can do.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And, Steve, you go back to that incredible start for Jeremy Lin. First player on record to have at least 20 points and 7 assists in his first 5 starts.
And let's dig into those numbers even a little more, Kevin. In those 5 games, he set the record for the most points scored by a player in their first 5 starts since the NBA-ABA merger back in 1976. Remarkable. That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
And Chalmers kicks to Battier. The kick out to LeBron. It's back to Battier. LeBron outside. Inside to Bosch. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And it's an 11-point Heat lead.
What a quarter for him, and with this lead, I mean, they might as well just ride him the rest of the night.
Timeout called the Rockets.
You know, he just isn't pleased at all with the looks they've given up defensively inside. So I think this timeout is all about trying to get his group to tighten up defensively.
I think they've got to figure out a way to tighten things up a bit. They just don't look very sharp to me on the defensive side.
Rockets trailed by 11. Now Lin. Outside, Martin. Over Wade. Offensive rebound. Pass to Patterson. Second shot opportunity. Good. Patterson's got 4 this quarter.
It's been a great day for him from the field, but his team still trailing.
They better get a move on. LeBron kicks to Chalmers.
2 minutes.
There's the feed to Wade. He's against Martin. Releases. And it's Miami with another.
Yeah, points in the paint have been a huge factor here for them.
Steve looking to take it inside and go up strong. That's a remedy for success.
Again, Martin missing.
He has not shot the ball well here, and I think it's time for him to start looking for his teammates a little bit.
Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
17 seconds on the shot. 17.
Patterson a screen on Chalmers. Lin kicks to Parsons. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Battier's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Passes it to Wade. Inside to Bosch. Stripped away. Lin with it. 1:02 left to play in the final quarter. Open look. Again, Martin missing. The Heat shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Wade dishes to Chalmers. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Heat lead by 13.
Well, the outcome is not in question now. They've got it all wrapped up.
Agreed. I mean, they're just looking to simply run the clock out now.
Martin with the bucket. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Wade passes to Chalmers. Chalmers off the pick from Bosch. And Chalmers kicks to Battier. There's a screen. LeBron James on the wing. Clock at 6. 9 feet out. Can't get it to go. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Nope, this one is sealed and delivered.
Now you just want to forget about this one, move on to the next game, and you got to try to get better at practice.
That's good. And here is Chalmers. And so it's Miami winning this one. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.